Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Horror History Class. I'm Mr. Mac. Now listen up, you bunch of freaks. Get it? Because today we're going to cover blood-sucking freaks. I know, you get it. Now pay attention, students. Class is in session. Picked up for a theatrical release by Troma Entertainment, the people behind the cult hero Toxic Avenger, Bloodsucking Freaks is a total gross-out directed by Joel Reed in 1976. This film right here is very offensive. No joke. It's pretty much going to upset quite a few of you. This movie is very rough around the edges to say the least, but that's kind of what it's supposed to do. It's exploitation after all. Our friends, the MPAA, refused to rate the title, and it was protested largely in part by the Women Against Pornography. Troma had to cut the film down to receive an R rating, and when they did, they actually released the uncut version in theaters anyway. Troma, always pushing boundaries. A woman complained about it being offensive, and she's not wrong. The MPAA eventually sued Troma for improper use of the R-rated logo. You can't rate your movie R and then show the uncut version. Having such an impact this film did, you may have thought that a lot of thought went into creating this thing. Like any movie, some thought did go into this movie. But Joel Reed wrote the script in one day, but had different names for the thing. It was originally going to be called Sardu, Master of the Screaming Virgins, and then another working title, The Incredible Torture Show. But it wasn't until Troma picked it up for release that they called it Bloodsucking Freaks. Often considered to be one of the most controversial movies ever made. People either love it for pushing the buttons, or they despise it for pushing the buttons. And yes, we get lots of nudity, blood, and gore, people. Because of all of these reasons, the film gained a cult status, and some actually kind of sad factors that drove this film to get the cult status that it has today was the fact that the lead actors died in kind of tragic ways. Seamus O'Brien, one of the leads in the film, was stabbed to death in his apartment by a burglar. And I can't say a name, so here it is, was shot on a hunting trip. Terrible sad luck, actually. But it did help gain the film attention one way or another. Well, this episode got really dark really fast. Sorry, class. Let me see. Let's just cut to what the critics had to say. Actually, critics completely hated it almost across the board. But Cinema Theek had this to say.
There isn't a single frame of Bloodsucking Freaks that isn't completely repulsive and fascinating at the same time.
This film gets more disgusting as time passes, but love it or hate it, it's a classic splattery exploitation cinema, folks. Watch it for blood, violence, nudity, and other sleazy factors. Can I recommend this movie? Well, not really. I do like it, but it just makes me feel gross after. Don't take it seriously, and laugh at all of its absurdity and offensive nature. Now class, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on what films you would like to study next. See you all next time. Class dismissed.